Welcome back to Spirit Play. Oh, good morning, by the way. Good morning. Dude, there's something weird about this. Doesn't it seem a little longer to you? It seems a little longer to me. When I hit enter, like I can't scroll up and down anymore. Is that intentional? Also, my chair needs some oil. Get out of here. And the world seems different. Is that better? Is that worse? I can't tell. I don't know. The frame rate in Haven is still very kind to my computer. So anyway, it's Dark Harvest season. So I heard there were a couple of updates specifically with like the lockdown community. You can, well, as much as you can consider anything an update anymore. We have the ability to zoom in or zoom out. That's it. Zoom out when it comes to lockdown playing. Now, I just like using my map to begin with. So I mean, we all have the same, like, I don't even know how many maps there are etched into my brain. Like, zooming out is not necessary, but it is neat to see the opponents in a legal fashion. And there's certain things you can do to edit your files, and you can see all the characters on the map, which is, in my opinion, very dishonest. Well, that's alright. Anyway, we're going to do the Dark Harvest. 'Tis the season to search for some pumpkin coins. And I don't know how we'll go from here. I want to play some Catacomb Kids eventually, but we're going to start with a good old classic. Because I got the kids set up on tech time, so Daddy gets to actually have some fun right now. Got, my printer's not working. Every year, the Strangers of Haven pay tribute to the particular spirit known as the Pumpkin King in order to ensure a healthy fall harvest. The mischievous phantom delights in playing tricks on his audience, but is quick to reward them with delicious candies for their trouble. Celebrate the Dark Harvest Festival and help strangers by seeking out the Pumpkin King and paying tribute. You're sure to collect some candy along the way, so visit Haven Town Square and turn it in for prizes. Now, was this something that, I know it's tokens, right? But do they have I'm pretty sure they have an expiration date. We're going to find out. I got Croc coins. I got Grim Sparks. Dude, that's an extra 10k right there. Boom. Either energy or half a punch roll. I mean, the math is just good. I got ancient pages. Where's all this stuff keep coming from? This is just so weird. Anyway, let's go with that. Let's jump into the Dark Harvest. Sure, we can welcome friends. It's good to welcome friends. And while we load, tis the season for weather change. So I got my sweatshirt on. It suddenly got cold today. Last night we were up to like 11. We were for my 9-year-old's birthday party. There were kids quite literally passing out because they're used to going to bed at like 8. And the weather started getting cold. I had a haunted house all set up. I wish I could, my phone doesn't work as far as like recording videos, or I'd put my face cam down there because it was just so fun. Anyway, I think I'm going to go with the good old Graviton Pseudoruska. I don't know how well this is going to work, though. Actually, I think it's a very bad idea. We probably should go with the Volt Edge, because we've got to hit the Pumpkin King, right? A couple times. So we can Graviton, hopefully Volt Edge him, and it's going to be mostly undead, maybe some, yeah, we'll go with the Lance. If I don't know, oh, is that King Geo, dude? Apparently he's not here anymore. That's okay. We're by ourselves. Oh, there he is. Welcome aboard, buddy. Come on in. It's okay. Don't worry. You're allowed to come down. Those last minute joins, man. So anyway, we got weather change. I love how Java just locks up the entire beast. But it's feeling nice. We had the black light set up. The kids went around crazy watching The Nightmare Before Christmas like 2,000 times. Hocus Pocus with the person that gets turned into a cat. It's been like ages since I saw that movie. That was a good one. So I woke up this morning. Kids are like, "Daddy, can we have tech time?" I'm like, go play with your toys you just got, because their friends brought her all sorts of presents. Isn't he? It's King Geo Duck. My mistake. That's not a switch. We probably should at some point get the one that's actually worth dealing wait. He has a cryotech alchemy. He's double shooting. We need to show him what's up. We'll double shoot ourselves. Not right now. Part of this game is like the learning experience. We learn from each other. I got a video that just because of the lack of popularity of forums anymore, which I didn't think would be a thing. Like how to switch shoot. Switch shooting is fun. It's very simple to do. I don't have a mouse wheel on here. I know you can do it specifically without a mouse wheel. That's okay. I just choose not to. I had a button configuration to do it before. You little punk. You know what? It's done. Mike, help. Crap, I'm against a wall. Therefore, everything you've done is null and void. Jeez. Poison and stun. What a world. Gotcha, buddy. Got you. He's got the same thing. Choking on coffee. Anyway. Poison theme. But it's neat seeing you live your life through your kids. Mr. Oliver, hello. Living your life through your kids is kind of neat. That being said, there was a post that Nick had on this game specifically. He's like, I love seeing things I created being referred to as childhood games. So how old are we to be playing this game? Those of us that have started 2011, where people can claim it was their childhood game. I guess old enough to know better, or old enough to appreciate the past. Deep philosophical questions early in the morning. We came from that direction. Let's move on. Let's go to Geoduck. We got this. Poison zombies, not a problem. We're here for the pumpkins. Yata! And for the fiends. Whoop! Easy. Easy. I knew I should have brought my Griffin, but that's okay. This one's alright. The Valance is nice and trustworthy. Oh! The Arcana is by far the more superior weapon, but we will make do. Anyway, initially, like when I was thinking the pumpkin challenge, I keep thinking I know the pumpkin head, once it starts bouncing around like crazy, I don't think the Graviton bombs actually pull it in. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. But I will do switch shooting next time because it's just so much fun. And we'll use our frost. I think frost makes sense because we can put it into place. I guess actually a bad idea to use this because there's so many. Right into it. Good job, Brain. there's so many bullets. Good job. Good job. I wish I had an Alchemist so bad right now. I also heard they decided to... Nice block. We cannot do that. They decided to update the shadow layers so you can like complete them anymore. It's no longer a slogfest. I guess their HP is a little bit better. They still hit very hard. Come on over here, buddy. Mike, can you help me out now? Good boy, good boy. We're working our way there. But there's no secret to the Pumpkin King stuff. One thing I do enjoy is that regardless of how much this game is updated or lack of updates, at least the cosmetics that people spend oodles of money on are new-ish. They offer stuff that's either never been seen or it's only been released once. Oh, jeez. Let's get rid of that. Wearing Chaos Gear has its detriments for sure. Geoduck! I will avenge you, my man. It's alright, we got this. I don't know if Mike can hit that gap. Let's find out. Get him? Freaking amazing! Thought it was dead. But I believe when they're the Howitzer form, they can't be caught on fire. I think they're immune to status effects. Patience, brother. I'm coming. Whoop. Alright, maybe in a minute. I chose poorly. left. Dude, come on. We're stranded but not alone. We could have done that. I wouldn't mind it. I don't mind carrying. It's why you open your party, right? You want to carry the team. You be that hero that SK deserves or something like that. My kids got this, well, specifically. Oh no, I forgot a Shining. My daughter got this, it's a fish that, it's an electronic fish that swims around. We're safe here? Yes. And you can feed it. I guess it's attracted by magnetism. I thought he would be like body block there. But luckily we got through. So naturally they got their hands in the pond. And they also have this, what she got? Since the oldest is all about stop motion video, her friends got her this, this Lego set that has an elephant in it, because I guess they like the dolphin from the last video, expounding upon her plastic animal repertoire. When she was 3, she would line up every animal she had. She had all this giant set of like rubber animals. I can't help but talk about my kids, man. It's either I talk about kids or politics or theology. I gotta pick one of the 3. I talk about Spiral Knights, but I mean, the game hasn't been truly updated in a while. Besides, I think the chat box is slightly edited. I think it just looks different to me, and I can't scroll up and down. Maybe it's because we haven't hit the threshold of. Yeah, we didn't hit the threshold. Maybe that's why I just never look at it. All right, we can do this. This kind of reminds me of the Tortodrone area. Very much so. Maybe we just yeah. Beautiful. Those are the biggest freaking scarabs, dude. They do drop something, right? This isn't new, is it? They've always done this? Road and then turn into skeletons on top of that? Everybody likes a Dark Harvest. Just those two, huh? Maybe they'll come in, maybe they won't. Watcha! The atmosphere in this game always seems good. I like when they started going into serious mode with the harder prestige missions. Ghost in the Machine, by far the best out of all of those, as far as lore goes. As far as fun factor goes, I gotta say the Legion of Almir is number 1, because you don't need like for C42 you need fire resistance, like straight up. If you don't have fire resistance, you're in big trouble. Excuse me. Heart of Ice. Hey, you definitely need piercing weapons for that one. Like besides that, it's your own fault if you get frozen to death. But you know, in Legion of Almir, you don't have to worry about. Should we do this first? Forgot to change weapons to switch shooting, but we lost the God of Ducks, so I got nothing to impress upon him. Treats. All right, that was very anticlimactic. Now I feel like I have to go do something else. We can see how much the candy actually offers as far as cosmetics go, because you know it's going to be something like a mask. I mean, we can just get a mask with the tokens we got, in which case we will. It's good to be festive for this season. There's a some those who follow Christ, some actually are very adamant about not participating in Halloween, and for good reason. If you read into the history of where it came from, it gets a little disturbing. But if you look at it as purely a cultural event and how to speak and be part of the culture, not saying to ignore the history, because every history is written with fallen things in mind, because we are a fallen race. What do we got here? But if you take it for what it is, speaking directly to the culture, it's actually not so bad. I wouldn't mind spending 5... What do I got? 5 brittle candies? That gets us... Paper scarab mask? That's disgusting. What else we got? Sweet candies. gets us... Oh my gosh, give me the paper. Boom. She could just get these and have them not... Oops. Have them not expire. I'm beautiful. Which outfit defines me as a person? Because that one looks kind of okay. Are we gonna go with like... Yeah, I guess this one? No. Equip his armor. Costume. There we go. Now we're beautiful. Alright, what else can we do here? Let's do a... maybe we will do Heart of Ice. Or we can use this whole party finder thing. Mr. Positive? Oh, depth 0. Come on, man. Dude, the name is just amazing. Should we go help somebody? But depth 0. It's a Wolverine. Hi. Let's find some more parties. It's just Mr. Positive. He's always there for us. We'll just do... Pro Legacy needs some... Ah, I got rid of my hat. Spare you 5 crowns? I don't even have that much, dude. I'm not doing trades either. You know, like... Trading for... Let's get the fencing jacket there. No, I did it again. Boom. I have 0 crowns. That's half of maybe a lie. So let's look at what else we can do. I mean, there's an arcade we can jump down into. Obviously, it takes a roughly an hour run. We could do Heart of Ice in like 30-45 minutes, preferably on the 30 mark. But that's kind of a dude. It's all about me right now. I need some radiance. I think I'm gonna do some radiance. It's the radiant dunnage. I gotta heat my ancient shield. It's been level 7 for literally like 2 years. I think I need to change that. So what do we need? What is Dreams and Nightmares? So I got a Magma and a Winter Grave. Easy fix. So we do like this. And we just trade Trinket. If it's even necessary. Too bad that's not alphabetical order. It would be so nice. Is there a way to sort those? How about like everything? No. Alright. Perhaps this is the order that they were actually put in. Anyway, Trinket. And we'll go Pentart. Kaboom. We could do some poison resistance. But there, I feel a little festive. We'll take our Ancient Plate. We don't really need a lot of speed for this. It's level 7. We need 60. So we always do the 70% rule. So there's a chance. There's a chance here. We can do this and then a punch roll. Is it Halloween down to the abyss? This does kind of remind me of the Anacropolis a little bit. And the Catacomb Kid sense of the word. Did he just come on and ask for crowns and then leave? Didn't even try to negotiate. What kind of politician are you, Pro Legacy? Come on. Anyway. Miss Van, do you know who I am? Dude, there's little eye holes here. That's so cool. the collar of my Elvis type shirt though is kind of popping through, doing some graphical collision where I think there should be none. Yeah, I'd say the Arcana is. I don't know. I like obviously I like the Winter Grave. I use the as my specific setup. The Griffin is for the Wolvers. The Magma Driver is actually like it's for the skeletons, but the Wolvers can also be lit on fire during the last wave because it's always about the arena at the end. And also the slimes take extra damage from fire. Arcana, Phantomos, and Phantomos for DNN. Rift Locker. That's okay. Yeah, but you can use those. They are strong. It's basically like having a mobile sword. One of the biggest complaints in the lockdown community was, these things are ridiculously strong. Why does anybody sword anymore? You could just stand back and have a giant Arcana battle because they hit just as hard as a sword does, and they are right. They being basically the meta community, I think. But it's like anything else. Either you can you hit that, please? Thank you. Either you conform to it, or you just complain about it and have to conform to it anyway if you want to be on a competitive level. I use these. So this one is also for killing blocks faster, and it has a 6 shot as opposed to the 3. So once the Wolvers dodge, you can aim with the other 4 shots. The Magma Driver is for a charge spread, and again the slimes take extra damage from fire, so that does help. If I had an Ash of Agni, I'd probably use that, honestly, but I don't have one, so I use my Magma Driver. And the last one is the Winter Grave, because the Winter Grave just the wave of the slimes and the lumbers, it destroys them so hard. It's really pretty worth it. But yeah, it's legit. Those are strong weapons, what you're talking about. So there's nothing wrong with going through that. Whatever works for you. I just have great survivability. I've tested it multiple times. Thank you. With various things, specifically with like not a combustor, but the Volt Edge. For some reason, I think anyway, it's you can do it, but since the Winter Grave has a much longer range. You don't have to be way up close. Actually, you have to be further away to hit the peak damage, which is at the explosion point. Unlike the combustor weapons themselves, or the brandishes, you have to be point blank to have your damage do a lot. And being up close and personal with those enemies, it landed up with me getting hit more than I should. The other thing the Magma Driver can do is this. You can hit at an angle, but only when it decides to, I guess. Crap, I don't want to go the whole way over there. I'm trying to make a point. Come on. So it can, I think this will work. Crap. Maybe over here. There we go. It can bounce things around a corner. Can't do that with the Arcana. It's more versatile. This is just my opinion. You can, whatever works for you in this stage, because this is kind of I think it was meant to be semi-endgame. Endgamey. Sometimes I have no idea what hits me. But, that's part of the fun, right? Could have gone over here anyway, just shot it. But if I didn't do that, I'd have to walk back. Rat-tat-tat-tat. You can go through the entire game with those 3 guns and get basically strong success with it. Even in these shadow layers, if you just constantly, because of the switch shooting and the chance your shield will actually come up and block even without you trying. It's pretty strong. Having a good shield in the shadow layer. Dude, I gotta do a shadow layer. I'm gonna save up and do one here. Maybe. I hear they hit hard, so it's all about hit forgiveness. You gotta make sure you don't get hit. Excuse me. This looks a little familiar. Did we just have the elevator go up and down and land in the same spot? Perhaps. I hear tiny feet. Yes, honey?
We have
You just had breakfast. No, you can't.
I do want snack.
That sounds like a problem.
Can I please have a snack?
What did I just say?
No.
Yeah, you just had breakfast. Good, you remembered. I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah, but I really
Yeah, but
want a snack because I'm hungry.
you can have some more bacon. Or some more eggs that's on the stove. Help yourself. You're 3. You can get it yourself. I trust you. I believe in you. Valan, you're here to help. Oh my gosh, what's she doing? Oop. We use this, right? Yeah. Mike, I keep forgetting you're here. Help me. I was gonna say, give me some damage bonus, yo. We deserve it. We're worth it too, like L'Oreal. Ooh. I guess a question I have for you is, does the because I never use my Valance in here anymore. I used to constantly. But does the Arcana, they don't produce knockback, right? It's one of my biggest reasons why I use the Winter Grave more than anything, is the Gremlins specifically, like you shoot them once and they fall down, so you can shoot them again
Daddy,
consecutively. You want to help getting your eggs?
Yeah.
That sounds like a problem.
Can I help get some eggs on a plate?
You can do it yourself, honey. But I will help you if you're patient for like an hour. I know blasters use knockback, but some weapons, when they hit a... You have patience? Okay. She just ran away screaming, I have patience. But when you do enough damage to things, it gives knockback, obviously. I was just wondering if the not knockback. Knockdown. Sorry. My terminology was all off. I meant like knockdown. So I shoot... Well, maybe it won't work against these guys. If I had a gremlin here, I could demonstrate. But you know what I mean? Like they fall down in place. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. I was wondering if they had knockdown. I know they have knockback, but I was wondering if they had knockdown on top of that. It's a good day when all you have to worry about are the decisions on where a cosmetic goes. Like, can we put anything on this paper cat hit? Perhaps. Should we? Perhaps not. Excuse me. There we go. I would make... What's next on our to-do list? I think the next thing I have to make, me, myself, and I, is a... Excuse me. Is a... I think we have somebody gifted me a glacial... Like the frost version of a Brandish line. So I believe that's... I should probably go to... Like, oh, my face. I should put that to its ultimate outcome. With gifts that are given, you gotta make the most of them, right? So perhaps. There we did it. We made it. Excuse me! It's freaking spawning into me and blowing up in my face. Come on. I seek justice and I find none. It's a hard knock life. Look at that action pose. You can just call me Tom Cruise. So we got plans, right? We hit up the Radiance. These guys have sale stuff. When you have multi-years to plan, and I'm gonna wait till next year. Like, wow, you're really thinking long term, man. Who does that in a game? Maple Story 2 lasted what, like 2-3 years, and then was gone. SK's been around for how long? Like it's so amazing to think about. A popular, like Maple Story 2. I know I went on a rant at this before why it failed, but it had such great potential. Just like if they would have went more toward the, what is it? There's a game my daughter plays. You play an animal. Animal Jam, that's it. More toward Animal Jam, where you literally just appeal to kids who just want to have a social experience and not really compete or grind for anything, because that game was so grindy. And then after you... but then you would dishearten the players, because after they would grind for a while, you just give that item away for free anyway. Like, I logged in one day with, like, level 70 gear just given to me. I'm like, what? They're like, "Here," the email message said, "I hear you've been gone for a while. Here's what you missed." Something like that, and I'm just like, I don't know if I deserve this, but all right. I mean, it takes me to play for like an extra 2 days. Whereas if they would have denied me the free stuff, I might have actually gotten back into the game because I did invest some heavy time into it to try to look for that kind of gear. Be like, wow, you're right. I really am kind of behind in the times. I should, because I was in a guild and everything when we started. We were starting to grind, not the Balrog, but I forget what it was. The fire dragon lizard guy. As a gunner, I was getting pretty good at that. My character build was all sorts of horrible, but I felt like I was doing okay. And I mean, I often go by the rule in any of these games, like as long as you don't get hit, it's fine. But sometimes, like, your abilities to dodge are purposely exhausted, unless you understand like how to speed run the game. And that comes like just there's people that do speed runs, and all they do is exhaust the potential playstyles. And see what does and does not work, and go for, practice. That's how you get good at everything. Here's why I use the Griffin. Because they might dodge one, but then they're just like, we're good. Consecutive hits are pretty fun. And it's a lot faster, and I can the chance to reload, like if I click an extra time and I don't mean to, I usually try to go with like 4 shots maybe. Or just 6, cause if I know I'm not going to get hit. The ability to, just like boxing or any kind of martial art, you want to be able. It's not the extension of the swing; it's the recovery. It's like people that aren't trained, have never trained in like full contact, they're at a disadvantage because if they get hit, they're done. As long as they don't get hit, they're fine. But if they get hit, that's an issue. Because then just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he hit me. Then he hits you again. I can't believe he hit me again. This is what do I do? So if you're not trained to like you get hit and snap back right away, I mean you do yourself a disservice. That's why we always went to the head in our dojo. We go to the head, not full contact, because we had very minimal gear on, but on the chance that someone did not control themselves or put a little bit too much in, or when you yourself as the person being attacked zigged instead of zagged, you got hit in the head pretty hard. I've had young men cry, and I'm like, stop crying. What would happen if you never trained to get hit in the head? This right here, these tears, that would happen when you're fighting instead of right now in the dojo. It's better that you have them happen now, so you know how to deal with it when you get older. Than happen when it's crunch time, and then that's how your life ends, and someone takes it from you. I think that makes sense. But anyway, I was trying to get back to that all came from the importance of being able to cover up. Like one of the drawbacks from like a charge shot, right? I shoot, and then for like a second I'm open. I can't defend, I can't anything. But the Griffin's like boom, and I can shield instantly. And that's why ASI is so good, because you want to be able to shoot fast, and you want to be able to recover fast to change direction. That's why chamber is important when you punch or when you kick. Bring it back to chamber in case you need to change direction, because fights evolve. The game evolves. This might be. I mean, it's a mixture of absolute and relative, just like people. It's the same level, but it has random generation. People like that kind of stuff. The sun comes up, the sun comes down, but every day is different. It's built into us to enjoy this mixture of relativity and absolutes. You can look at this in the sense of time as well, because while you're making choices in a relativistic world, it's based on absolutes of the past. The past is written. Regardless of what you want to twist truth to be, or negotiate truth, it still is what it is in its wholeness. It does not change. Your interpretation of it might, but it itself does not. Dude, they're talking to me in chat. I'm being such a... the only time I log on... I love this guild so much. I talk to them more on Discord than I do on here. The only time I log on is when I'm talking to myself in the camera. Hey. Beautiful. See, we use the Magma Blast Chargers. It's my favorite football team, the Magma Blast Chargers. We use the charges to take care of the skeletons. Meanwhile, these guys right here, they were being lit on fire every so often. This is gonna hurt. Let's get out of here. Oh, wow, you guys are just all right together, huh? That was not the right gun. Easy, easy. I'm gonna pay for that. Oh, no, I didn't. Thank you, damage bonus. That was quite awesome. This might hit me. It did. That's what I mean about not being able to... You know, the risk versus reward. We deal out so much damage with this stuff. But then we're just open to those spikes. You know, I've had unlucky rolls before. Where you're just like, I hope he doesn't hit me, and then he doesn't hit you 50% of the time. But then... And there are those games and dreams and nightmares where those spikes seem to always home in on you, like, every single time. And you're like, darn, that was a bunch of poop. I don't want to use up 30 sparks, but I will if I have to, I guess. I think that's why I have less than 10 right now. I really don't want to see the counter. We can look at it in our inventory in a minute, I guess. Assuming we finish this. Like, you didn't have to do that, Brain. You could have just... You could have just shot him once. He would have been gone. Do you like this guy? Boom. It's not a warrior's death, but it's definitely not twisting the knife. Oh, we're up against a wall. Or, I mean, a blank open space. Therefore, Mike's... That was the wrong button, also. It's hit number 3. Yada. I use the Winter Grave here. If I had an Iron Slug, I'd be using that the entire time. But we use the Winter Grave... just to get rid of the pressure of the skeleton, or sorry, the pressure of the gremlins. The skeletons really aren't that big of a deal. And some dodge, but then some dodge backwards. Cyber Monday is on November 30th. I think they're all gone. Yada. How do they know? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Easy. We can do this. Small damage bonus. That's all I wanted for Christmas. Boom. So much health just laying on the ground here. It's a good sign. Little backups. Like here I could see the Arcana, especially this last part, the Arcana, the Blaster line rather, as being extremely valuable. This kind of reminds me of the Matrix code, right? Where you're just, like, after a while, you don't even see the code. Just blonde, brunette, redhead. You gotta look past all this, all the random black squares that are just kind of getting in your field of vision. You see through it with eyes unfocused. Kaboom! Kaboom! It's my Houdini gun. Or my David Blaine gun. Boom. I missed. Pretty bad. Here we go. Oh. That's what I meant. Knockdown. Just like that. That was the last wave, right? Beautiful. Alright, Valayan, let's get going. Oh. I like Halloween, man. I think we have Spirit Week at work. Trying to raise morale in a warehouse, which is a never-ending struggle. Because people, they're all adult children, and they refuse to be thankful for... I even have to make this a talking point sometimes, talking to adults. Like, why are you so ungrateful? Did you wake up in a house? Do you have a car? When was the last time you skipped a meal? Like, you spend a lot of time complaining about nothing when forgetting that you actually have all this stuff gifted to you. You didn't make the society. But anyway, raising morale. I tend to go on a tangent like that because it's kind of a soft spot. It's a daily struggle. What can I say? What was I talking about? I forget. My brain gets a little wonky sometimes when trying to do a complex motor function. Retaining thought, that's okay. That's okay. I do know our future plan. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. Dude, third time, stay in my head. So we have Spirit Week. Monday is Crazy Hat Day. I have this hat. I like hats. They prevent people from going blind. It's like a head condom, right? You wear those to protect yourself. It's like the mask, but for light radiation off my skull. Monday is Crazy Hat Day. So I have this hat somewhere my daughter's used to play with that actually looks like it's biting my skull. And I'm going to wear that. Tuesday's like Decades Day, like you were just like a 1920s person. 18 Radiance didn't quite do it, but let's go roll it punch. And then I think one day is pajama day, one day is... and then Friday's costume day. I forget what the other days are. So I think I'm going to dress like Hulk Hogan this year. Get a do-rag, get the, the handlebars and the... I think he just has handlebars, right? Hulk Hogan. I gotta Google him, see if he does. Crap. I hit the buttons too fast. Come back, Spiral Knights. Looking for a game to capture. I don't see one. This is the game of life. The game of life. So, I told my kids they had no tech time. The fussing when we're denied tech. Can you imagine? It's because my wife, and I use this as an excuse sometimes too. But I'm doing it less and less. I just deleted my LinkedIn account. I deactivated my Facebook account. How did the world get by without visual entertainment, where you can sit there like a king and this world entertain you? It's one thing to sit there and observe nature and enjoy its beauty. And it's another thing to say you're doing something with your family when you sit there and just watch. Entertainment's good and fine, and there's a place for the arts, yeah, and beauty and seeing human achievement versus achievement God is designed, sure. But to make this like a daily, if not multi-daily thing, and then you look at what happens if it's denied to you, like someone just ripped off your arm, especially in children. We do the same thing, like we're getting overly stressed and overwhelmed because we didn't have our 20, we had no computer time today. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been on Facebook. Or, you're just like three people at a table. You're talking to each other. You have a conversation with somebody else. And because you're not talking directly to them for like 2 minutes, they get on their phone. Like, oh, this conversation is no longer interesting. I must go on Facebook to entertain myself. I guess what's bugging me is this dark line here. I know it's because we just have to do this and everything's fine. But anyway, we need to do some transactions in order to donate to our Lord and Savior Punch. So I got a Grim Sparks, all right. There's a lot of sparks. Brinks, you've been in the business for a while. Like, what's your go-to, buddy? What do you do for fun? A whole lot of nothing, huh? Elemental. Do we need an ironwood bracelet? I've been actually starting to appreciate the bracelets, specifically with C42. But I don't know, it might be worth it. Instead of selling it for 10K, actually wielding it, well, like when we do Ghost in the Machine. Or is there a shock shadow layer? There's just the Ice King, Queen, sorry. The Poison one, Gloom and Wilds, right? The Fire one for Vanna. I think that's it. So if we decide to get this, it would just be for Ghost in the Machine. Well, I'm sorry, the Munitions twins. They're fire/shock. So, Get out of here. We probably should get this. We already have one. We're going to get 2 of them. And then our collection will be complete, right? Yeah, mobs do shock. You're correct. I think I'm going to get 2 of them. 2 of them when we eventually go down there. It is kind of nice. So I think I will. I think I will purchase that. What? Oh, am I in the wrong token bracket? I thought these were Grim. I was mistaken. I'm so sorry. Never mind. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Between this and the Shadow Sun that we have, we don't need another pure. And there's no such. I mean, we can do curse for like. I guess when we go cat hunting and do the prestige, have some curse resistance, but it's not really necessary. Get out of here. So we're gonna wait until we have a different amount of sparks. Tokens, right? Yeah. Alright, so we can do this. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, we go to tokens. Sorry, not tokens. Trinkets, because it's not in alphabetical order, which blows my mind up. We do Saintly, and I like we have to have enough materials to get where we need to go. The Z is actually still pretty good on the market. It's a lot of vile seals. Get down to 10. This is called pinching pennies, yo. 10 of those back. So we need what? 17k crowns? We'll be fine. I don't care. Like, how often do we use this stuff? Oh my gosh, soul dust. I'm rich. How fast can we click with our thumbs? Oh. 1785. We've done it. Boom. Time to donate to the Punch God. What do you think? I'm guessing my Griffin I use more so. It's either the Griffin or I want this to be charge time reduction very high so I can use it in lockdown, which I never do anyway. Because everyone's like, my computer's lagging. Why are you bombing? LOL, let me use my Arcana AT. That's said without passion. That does it a very big injustice. Striker Bomber. Either Striker Bomber or the gun I use a lot more, charge time reduction low. I think I'm going to do the Griffin. I just use the gun more often. I use some of the Clockworks more often. I think it makes sense. Let's go. ASI very high. ASI very high. You're a gracious and beautiful punch. You giveth and you taketh away. You took my money and gave me a whole lot of nothing. Okay, well that was fun. Anyway, let me we're gonna do some Catacomb Kids now because I like Catacomb Kids.